Listen, everybody needs a fairy godmother, just somebody to look out for them. Some people call me their fairy smoke mother, others their internet big sister, but you can call me Hannah, the host of Smoke Sash. So come hang out, let's light up and talk everything there is to life. The good, the bad, the ugly, the embarrassing. I've got a story for it all. Hello, hotties of the world. Welcome back to another sexy little fun episode of Smoke Sesh. My name is Hannah, your host, and I'm very excited to be back with you all on this hot as hell Tuesday. Oh my god, summer is getting hotter every single year. What the fuck? What the fuck? I feel like when it was like 80 degrees, I was like, all right, maybe summer is perfect and amazing and there's a cool breeze. No, 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 no. These Midwest summers, girls, they get hot and steamy. So I have kind of just been enjoying the last little bits of cooler weather that we've had. My parents currently, oh my god, living the dream life. And you know what? I am so thankful to have the parents that I do have because they really show me what hard work, dedication to your life does and how it pays off. They're like, I think they just turned 60, so still very, very young, and they are in Sicily for the past 2.5 weeks, staying at the White Lotus Hotel, hopping around island to island, going hiking on volcanoes, drinking Aperol spritzes and skipping their way through Italy and Greece. Okay, jealous, very jealous. But also you guys go out there and have all the fun that you can because my god, did I not put them through hell in my teenage years. They deserve a fucking break, that's for sure. So I've been watching their dog and like staying at their place half the time. And honestly, it's been really nice having to like wake up early in the mornings. I know with my cat, very simple, wake up, outside time, feed him. Cats are so simple. Love that for us. But with dogs, they need a little bit more effort. They got energy. She's still a baby. She's like 3. So she's a little crackhead running around. So it is nice to wake up early and go on a long walk, to pause in the afternoons and to go walk for like a mile. And then also in the evenings to just get outside. It really has made me feel like I'm participating more in the summer and makes me feel like I'm getting outside more. So I am going to kind of miss when they get home the fact that I won't be going on these long walks, but being forced to integrate them into my routine has me wanting to do it more and to just be outside a little bit more. Like, fuck it. I don't care if it's hot. I don't care if I'm sweating. Throw your hair up, put a tank top on, bitch, and just like get outside, walk it out. It really is nice, especially for maybe the overactive thinkers. If you're like me and you are just way too in your head, walking is perfect. Bilateral stimulation. It helps you process your thoughts, your feelings in a calm, smooth manner. Also helps you exert a little bit of energy if you feel like you kind of hype yourself up a little bit too much. And yeah, just really great, really great. I understand, the grandmas who are out walking every single night and at 6 a.m. every morning. I understand why that has been such a big part of their life and why they do it now. Previously, I was like, y'all are crazy. Now I'm like, I will be that 80-year-old walking laps around the park every single day. So that's been really nice. I'm not going to spoil some things, just like life things, but pretty big manifestations coming my way. What's so funny, if you guys want the key to manifesting, it's release, okay? You don't need to grasp and hold and drive so hard towards something. Sometimes all you need to do is kind of like sit back, relax, and trust in yourself and the universe. It's so funny how these things happen. When I was apartment hunting 3 years ago or whatever, when I first moved into this place in June, I was so gung-ho, like touring 10 places a week, going crazy. Oh my God, I'm trying to find the perfect place. None of them are working out or they're getting rented too fast, blah, blah, blah. And then finally I was like, I'm done. I need a break. I've been going hard for like a couple months, took a week off and was just like randomly driving to a coffee shop one morning and came across a sign. Boom, moved into this beautiful, lovely, luxurious apartment. And to be fair, house hunting has kind of gone the same way. I know last episode I was like, I give up on house hunting. I'm over it. I've spent the past 5-6 months, 2 years, honestly, looking for places and, touring. Oh, this is rented. Oh, this sold, blah, blah, blah. So I gave up. And then finally I was like, you know what? Let me check Zillow. Not a lot comes up that often, but fuck it. Let me pull it up 2 days ago. And I don't want to spoil it because with ADHD mind, I feel like when you speak of something too early, sometimes you get the instant dopamine boost of speaking about it, and then you are less qualified to go after those things because you feel like it's already come to fruition. So pro tip for my ADHD girlies who like to jump the gun or spill the beans too fast. Sometimes it's important to keep things to yourself a little bit, especially if you have not completed that goal and you are trying to get to that place. Keep it to yourself until it comes to fruition and then speak on it, so then you don't get that dopamine boost and then not go after things. House hunting is a little bit different, but yesterday I spent my time touring this absolutely fucking insane house. Fairy tale storybook dream house, has a literal greenhouse, cottage house in the back for doing art, 2-car garage, private driveway, third of an acre, storybook dream house. And I was with my realtor and I'm like, you know what? Can we just try? Can we try? Please, can we talk to some banks? Can we try and figure something out? The previous owner there was an artist, and so funny about realtors, they are snoopy. They really are. My realtor is this gay man who owns a ton of amazing, gorgeous properties in Kansas City. And so he's like, what's going on? Why are we selling this house? This house is gorgeous. Did someone die? What happened? And so they're in the process of moving out, and we're opening closets, checking things out. And I think it's this older couple who are both artists, and they are getting a divorce. So thus the house is needing to be sold. And you know what? I was put a word in there that it's going to another artist. Maybe they'll want to sell that to another artist instead of just some random couple, let's put a story out there. Let's do all that we can. So fingers crossed. We will see. I'm trying not to get my hopes up, but oh my God, I toured this place and I was like, I can completely imagine myself here. And with manifestations, it really is you have to release control and just visualize and understand that the place that you want to end up, you will end up, period. You're going to get there no matter what. But it's not worth grasping and gripping and rushing and, having that attachment, because attachment's not going to provide what you need. It's honestly going to probably cause a little bit more suffering than you need. You really just need to take it one step at a time, visualize where you want to go, and trust in yourself that each step that you do take will get you to the exact place that you need to be. So that's what I've been doing. I've been doing a lot of mood boarding and Pinteresting and pinning and visualization. I do get a little weird and freaky with the witchcraft sometimes, especially when I'm really maybe pining after something, or I really want to give a gift to the universe. So if you're trying to attract anything house, home, anything involving money, money bowl is the way to go. Honestly, if you need a good spell, a money bowl is fantastic. Somewhere where you can kind of just keep adding things, adding gifts, adding herbs, adding candles, somewhere to pray over, specifically regarding wealth and money. It's a great tool if you would like to have a full recipe of it. I did post it on my Patreon, patreon.com/smokeseshshotty. I love my Patreon girlies. I've been sharing a lot of spells on there recently as well. So best believe I prayed over that fucking money bowl last night. And also I was kind of doing some research in the witchcraft forums, and multiple women suggested to me to, and this is fucking crazy, this is when the weirdo witchcraft comes in, but when a girl is desperate, she's willing to do what it takes. Apparently, I sound insane saying this, but I know if I go do it that it'll work out for me, which is crazy. But if you essentially like pee on the property, I know, then it does kind of emphasize like territorial aspects and claiming of the property. I know there's going to be some straight edge person listening to this like, lock this bitch up now, burn her at the stake. But you know what? A girl's gotta do what a girl's gotta do, and best believe we're not gonna judge, especially when it works out for me. So might be doing that here soon. Don't judge me. I'll let you know if I actually do. But yes, hopefully some big things coming. We shall see. I'm really hoping within the next couple of episodes I might either have really big news or, you know, we're on to a different path. Either way, I'm happy, I'm healthy, I am living the dream life, I am enjoying my time no matter what, and I know that no matter where I end up, whether it's in this house, in a different state, that it's going to be right for me. You know, you do have to have that trust in yourself and that trust in the universe that no matter where you go, it will all work out. Also, you guys, you want to hear something spooky, scary? This is actually insane. With apartment living, there's always a risk of like kind of weird shit happening, whether it's your cars getting stolen outside, packages getting stolen, beef between neighbors. You know, I feel like with apartment living, there's always like, you know, the risk of something happening in general. Well, something happened, which was the least expected thing that I ever could have possibly expected to happen, which is essentially, you know, I live in like a sixplex, so it's 6 different apartment buildings, and everybody who has been here for quite some time. I've been here for 3 years. I know there's people here who have been here for like 10 plus years. So, you know, they are like residents. This place, it's not like a in and out, going and coming once a year kind of place. It's definitely like you find this apartment and you're going to be here until you like move somewhere better, essentially. Well, on the first floor, there was this guy who lived there who was like an army vet or like Vietnam veteran, and, you know, older man, very old, and occasionally I'd run into him. He always would like at least leave his apartment once a day to go get the mail. No one had really heard from him in a second, and I hadn't really seen him out, and I noticed the mail was still out, and my dishwasher was leaking the other day, so I called the handyman in, and me and the handyman were talking, who lives in my building, and I was like, hey, you know, is, you know, the guy downstairs doing okay? I've noticed like the mail hasn't come in. Not that that's his job, like literally at all. I just know when you're older, the things that keep you in routine are important, even if it is something as simple as like picking up the mail and bringing it inside. I know that's just like part of his like daily interaction with the world, which is important, especially when you maybe don't have as much of a routine down. And he was like, oh, you didn't hear? No, I didn't hear. He was like, he died. Not only did he die, but I think he was in his apartment for about a month, and no one knew. And I had been walking kind of past his apartment upstairs for a month. I literally have no words. And of course, if everybody's first thought in the entire building is like, oh my God, we should have checked on him. Oh my God, we should have said more. We should have, you know, done more, which like that sucks to have to feel. But also it's like, sometimes it's just out of your hands, especially when he kind of was mostly an inside cat, you know, didn't come out often. I ran into him probably once a month, once every other month, but he was down there, I think, for like an entire month, and no one knew. And I hate to say it, but there definitely was a couple thoughts in my mind through that month that were like, who is not taking their trash out? What the fuck is that smell? So rest in peace. I do need to leave like a little, we need to get something here, maybe a little statue outside to kind of commemorate, because I do understand the importance of like spirits and honoring, and he was a very nice man, and you know, he does deserve that kind of appreciation of life. But what the fuck? What the fuck? So seal that down as another reason why I'm like, I need to move. I need to be in a house, just away from people, alone, not next to speeding cars or other people who could die below me. No hate to him. Truly, genuine soul. Rest in peace. But wow. Not to get dark here, but that is a risk that you take when it comes to living in an apartment. I mean, I've heard horror stories from friends who are like, had like slumlords where it's like, you know, someone dies above them and then like nobody knows, because it's like, you know, you really don't. Like, some people, you deserve privacy, you deserve to kind of like have your own space, but like, yeah, check on your neighbors, get to know your neighbors, know their routines, and keep an eye out, because oh my. So yes, very sad. Also, this weekend we had no King's Day. I was driving to my parents' house, and to get from where I go to my parents' house, I have to drive through the plaza. If you are I know you're not familiar with Kansas City. Let's be fucking real. So the plaza is like kind of the epicenter where all the rich shops are, and also there's like this big kind of like big-ish park and a large fountain, and like on that corner of the plaza is where everybody goes to protest, because it gets the most traction, the most foot traffic, the most car traffic, and usually I drive through there to get to my parents' house. Well, I was like, it was the middle of that day and it's like noon, and I knew the protest was going on, so I was like, fuck it, let me stop by. You know what? Let me say the easiest thing that is to ever say. Fuck ICE. Fuck Trump. This is fucking weird and fucking scary, and this should not be happening at all. Oh my God, she's so brave for saying that. No, I'm not. I really am not. Like, this is just a matter of fact. And also, if you are noticing that your favorite influencers are not saying anything, it's because they don't care. Oh, I'm afraid of getting canceled. What, for having humanity? For having morals, for caring about other people? What the actual fuck? I'm afraid of getting canceled. Shut up. Just say you're weak. Say you have no spine. It is so easy to say when families are getting ripped apart, and, you know, there are practically no laws, and it is completely distinguished over skin color. That is fucking scary and weird and fucked up. And yes, people should be loud and boisterous and protesting in the streets over it. Yes, absolutely. Hello. Like, you're an influencer. Oh, but I don't know anything about politics. I shouldn't be influencing. People are following you because they want to hear your voice. And if you're not using your voice, you are a pussy. Yes, I said it. It's so simple. So it was really cool to see like the whole city show out. I haven't seen a protest that big in Kansas City since like the Black Lives Matter movement, when everybody was out protesting the summer of like 2020. So it was really cool to see like everybody come together and show up. It was very peaceful. They marched down the streets, you know, and everybody was just honestly like having a good time, seeing the community come together, stand up for one another, and just show this country that like we are not going to take this shit. We're not. Absolutely not. And if you need something to do, if you feel like, you know, oh my God, this is out of control, I feel like, you know, with the government, it's so far away from me that it makes me feel small, makes me feel little, makes me feel like I can't do anything, show up for your community, show up to the protests, be aware of your surroundings. If you see ice in your area, blast the call, let everybody fucking know. I know you can download this app called, I think it's called 5Calls. And listen, if you really need to blow off some steam, essentially it's like an app where it gives you legislators numbers, government officials, like office numbers, not like doxing them, and then a script to read where it's kind of just emphasizing like, we don't fuck with this, we do not fuck with Trump, what he's doing is illegal, please show up for our rights, for our city, for our state, whatever it is, like, bitch, do your job. It's a fantastic app if you kind of do need to, like, if you feel like you want to have a little bit of control, or you want to do something with your time. But most importantly, like, when these big protests are going on, be there for your community, show up, stand in solidarity. I think it is very important. And yeah, it was really cool to be a part of. And I'm so proud of my city for doing the damn thing, because we have a very rich and historic Hispanic community here in Kansas City, especially on the west side, which is where I work on the west side. So I'm constantly in that neighborhood and in that area. And they are just like the best neighbors, the best people. They really are always there for each other. So like, yes, the city needs to show up for them. Absolutely. But I love you all. Stay safe. Okay. And yeah, community. We're all humans. We're all people. We should be there for each other. But yeah, that's really all I was up to this weekend. Been a little busy, been a little crazy, little cuckoo. I'm hoping you guys, to have a YouTube video out by this weekend, by Sunday, ideally. Fingers crossed I'll have it up by Sunday. But I'm kind of just like, girl, you just need to start doing it. I've been doing a lot of like nervous system balancing and calming down, and it genuinely has helped my anxiety so much. Me sitting here right now thinking back to where I was last week, I feel like my anxiety is like, last week it was like up here, and then this week I feel like it's at least at a middle ground where it's manageable. I'm not in like fight or flight mode, and it truly has come from me working on maintaining my nervous system and just like doing things for me. So I want to share those tips and tricks with you. So I think my first vlog will be like, regulate my nervous system with me, especially if you need tips, like a visual tip. I got you. Stay tuned. It will be up. Follow the Instagram at Hannah Marlene. I will probably be announcing it there, and it won't be on my my podcast YouTube channel. I'm going to make a separate vlog YouTube channel just because, I don't know, it's kind of nice to keep them separate. I don't know. Fun, right? Yeah, it'll be a good time. I'm excited. And then if I move, there's going to be like decorating vlogs, moving vlogs. Oh my God, I'm going to Tokyo vlogs, escaping into nature vlogs. I'm excited. I just need a new like avenue to kind of just enjoy and create. I love this podcast. I love sitting down with you guys. I love, catching up and seeing what's on your mind and going through questions, but also like I love editing, and I love a more like vlog style, hang out with me, sit down, let's cook in the kitchen together style video. So I'm excited to do that as well. And I love giving to you guys. I love hanging out with you guys. I love creating for you guys. It's truly a blessing. So I hope you guys enjoy. But with that being said, Hannah, stop fucking rambling. We're over it. I hear you. I do. Let's get into all of your guys' questions. Ooh, okay. Question number 1, tips to feel more abundant. This is very interesting. I do think abundance kind of goes hand in hand with manifestation, and the idea of abundance, the perspective of abundance, because I do think that's what most of it is perspective, does have that key quality aspect of unlocking your manifestations. Abundance is really just a mindset shift from thinking of a place of lack, which is like, I don't have enough, my goals are too far away, I'm broke, I need to get more money, I need to get more shift hours, I don't have enough time for myself, lack. I'm missing this, I'm missing that, I'm not eating correctly, I'm not working out, I'm not doing what I want, I'm not where I want to be, I'm not lack mindset, to shifting to an abundance mindset, which is Everything will work out for me. The universe is always on my side. I am always taking one step towards my dream life. I am exactly where I need to be right now. Money is easily flowing to me. Everything will work out. That's an abundance mindset. And I do think, especially when we talk about nervous system regulation, abundance mindset really does keep you in a cool, calm, collected place. And I do think you don't need to be in a place of complete abundance. I'm talking so rich you don't have to think about money all the time in the world to yourself, CEO of a big company. You don't need to be in those wealthy places to feel abundant. You can be completely poor and still be abundant because there's enough abundance out there to go around for everybody. There's enough riches out there for everybody to have their fair share and to feel it. You are deserving of that. Everybody is deserving of that. Trust and believe, okay? I do think my anxiety for the past couple months has been at an all-time high because I've been acting in a place of scarcity. I've been acting in a place of, but I'm not doing this. I'm doing something that I shouldn't be doing, or I don't have enough money. I'm not working enough hours, whatever. Overall, just state of lack. And I was trying to compensate for feelings of powerlessness and trying to supplement with instant gratification, which is a very, very negative cycle to get into because you will never fulfill that instant gratification. You will never feel like you have enough. You will constantly be searching for more, and not in a good way, more so in a pessimistic, out of control, powerless way. It really, truly, the lack mindset has you sprinting and tired and exhausted and feeling like you can never catch up, or feeling like you're not running fast enough. And it is just so overwhelming and exhausting. A lot of it stems from, like I said, the lack perspective, where it's like, I need more, a little bit greedy, I don't have enough. I'm not satisfied with what I have, or other people around me are doing more. Comparison, well, they're doing this and I'm not, so I'm unworthy, or I don't deserve it, or I'm not in a place that I should be. Also, just societal pressures as well, of I should be married now and having kids, and I should have all this money saved, blah blah blah. It is so exhausting, and it will not get you to the place you want to be. It really won't. That mindset, that thinking will not get you to those lofty dreams, goals, to the peace and prosperity that you deserve. But what will? Positive self-talk, trust in self, good relationship with self, good relationship with the world around you. That will instantly calm nerves, calm anxieties, bring peace, positivity, and abundance into your life. And it's not so easy as you might be thinking, where it's if you just change the way you think, everything will work out for you. It's not going to be an overnight shift. It's going to take work. It's going to take dedication to self. It's going to take a dedication to working out the negative in order to bring in the positive. And sometimes that work does involve other people. Maybe other people in your life are not healthy for you. The things that you're doing are not healthy for you. The way that you're engaging with yourself is not healthy for you. Sometimes you need help on the outside. Maybe you need a therapist. Maybe you need just a good friend. Whatever it may be, doing the work will completely change the way you live your life. And you know why? Because I was stuck in that place of lack, and I have never been lower in my entire life. But as soon as I said, you know what, fuck this, I'm tired of being miserable, constantly depressed, constantly feeling like I'm not worthy, not enough, all of that stemming from inside of my brain, I was like, fuck it, you know what do we have to lose? We're already at the lowest fucking point possible. Let's try positive thinking for a change. Everything changed for me. Everything did. Catching yourself in those negative thought processes and flipping them, having affirmations to kind of, reinforce that positive self-talk, engaging with it as often as you can, it will bring so much abundance to you, not even in just a financial form, but just in a living life way, where you are able to live life with ease. When you approach conflict or struggles, you are able to handle them with ease. When you are facing obstacles or obstructions, you are able to overcome them swiftly and quickly because you trust in yourself, you trust in your motives, you trust in the world around you, and you know that everything will work out for you. It really is a mindset shift. Sure, you can do abundance witchcraft. Money bowls, like I talked about, is a great way to do that. But honestly, a lot of our self-thinking and self-perception does directly affect how and who we become. So working with your relationship with self and working on what you believe in yourself and how you see yourself and how you want to perceive yourself, how you treat yourself, will have a direct positive effect on who you become and the life that you live in the future. It really does. It really does. Everything will work out for you. The world is working in your favor. There's enough abundance out there for everybody to have a slice of the pie and seconds. You are deserving of peace and prosperity and abundance. And you may not believe it yet, but I believe it for you. And I know that with a little hard work, dedication, and self-love, anything is possible. Truly, truly, anything is possible. Anything is possible. I am sitting in a place where I never, ever, ever could have imagined myself. And knowing that I got from where I was, which was rock bottom, bleeding out in the dirt, to here, anything that you dream of can be achieved. Listen to yourself, listen to your gut, uplift yourself, celebrate yourself, trust in yourself. Know that you are exactly where you need to be and you are exactly moving towards every single dream you ever could have had. And give yourself a little grace, okay? Give yourself a little peace and love on yourself. You deserve it. A lot of this abundance is just shifting that mindset of negative to positive. So how can you shift your mindset from negative to positive today? What is one thing that's been weighing on your mind today that is just overwhelming, maybe triggering some negative thoughts, maybe triggering a state of lack in yourself? And what are some affirmations you can come up with that flip those negative thoughts on its head? A great practice for this is taking a piece of paper, grab a pen, grab a piece of paper, write down that negative thought. Or if you're having multiple, write down those negative lack thoughts that you're having on one side of a piece of paper. On the other side, you're going to write down an affirmation that completely 360s that view of lack. Okay, so maybe it's like, wow, I have no money. Okay, I'm broke. Okay, let's flip that. I am working towards a prosperous and financially abundant future. Easy. Oh, I didn't get that dream job. That job was not meant for me, and I'm working towards a even better, healthier, stable, more prosperous job. I feel like everything doesn't work out for me. The universe only gives me exactly what I need. What I don't have was not meant for me. You know? Okay? That's your homework for the week. Get into it. But I love you and you are abundant, okay? Everything you desire, you will achieve. Everything that you want in your life will find its way towards you. Trust, believe, and give yourself a little kiss for me. I love my boyfriend. He is so good, but he's a little shy in the bedroom. How do I ask for more? The best thing for you to do is ask. And I know you're like, well, I'm not going to be like sitting over dinner and like, I need you to eat my ass, babe. I'm like, no. In the moment. I mean, of course, these are things, if you're feeling brave, you can tease outside of the bedroom. You can talk about us outside of the bedroom. But I think personally, whenever you're like, all right, I need him to go a little bit harder, I need him to go a little bit crazier, you can ask in the moment as long as it's not something like too crazy. And I mean, you can always ask. What are they going to do? Say no? If he's fucking you and you're like, I need it harder and faster now, that man's going to kick it into full gear. All right. And you got to be brave. You got to speak up, babe. You do. I think sexy talk in the bedroom is so underrated. Not only is it like verbally confirming how you're feeling and what you need and what you desire, it's also just sexy. It's sexy hearing from your partner. It is. Too many people are having quiet sex. Too many people. I don't want you to have quiet sex, okay? I don't want you to have to be like in your head guessing if they like it or not. I think it should be very apparent verbally that they are enjoying their time with you and that you are enjoying their time with them. Whether it's a verbal confirmation like, that feels fucking amazing, oh my god, I love your dick, oh my god, whatever it is, verbal confirmation. But then also you can ask, like, can we change positions? Can I ride you for a second? I want you to hit it from the back real quick. Like, let me flip over. Let me sit on your face. Whatever it is you need, do not be afraid. Ask for what you desire. And I guarantee the bedroom will be fucking crazy. Your bed will be broken in half. Like that scene from Twilight where it's like, oh my god, what the fuck were they doing in here? Bed's like broken in half. Is that a scene? Am I thinking of a real scene right now? I don't know. Sometimes my memory doesn't serve me right, but I feel like that is a memory that I'm having. So be brave, okay? Maybe he is a little bit shy, but maybe that's because you're just like way too hot and sexy and he doesn't know what to do with you. So, grab his hand, lead him in the right direction. You guys are so dumb. Thinking of starting electrical apprenticeship, but just got my nipples pierced. Are you not allowed to have your nipples pierced when you're an electrical apprentice? Is that not allowed? Are you not allowed to have piercings? I feel like you definitely can. And also, like, what? Are you going to get shocked that much that your nipples are going to zap off? Maybe to feel good. Who knows? That's crazy of me. Girl, go after that apprenticeship. Don't let anything hold you back. Ever. You can take those nipple rings out and put them right back in. Trust. Thoughts on plant-based diet? So, I don't bring this up often, but I was vegetarian for about 4 years and vegan for 1 year. I did vegan for 1 year and then I was like, ooh, I can't keep up. Then I was vegetarian for about 4 years up until I met my boyfriend. And then I met my boyfriend and I was like, I gotta eat some meat. I gotta get some meat in me. You know what I mean, ladies? Anyways, I found that vegetarian lifestyle, fantastic way to get more plants into your body, but it's insanely hard to keep up with when it comes to making sure you're hitting all of like your macros and the nutrients you need and like protein goals. And I found myself personally not able to keep up with it in a way that was helping my body function. And so that's why I started eating meat again. But I do think it was a great mindset switch to just be brave enough to incorporate more plant-based meals into my diet. Where like now, even though I do eat meat, I don't need meat to function. I don't need a meal with like steak or chicken. Sometimes I am able to supplement with like tofu or beans and rice, anything that I feel like, just sounds good and sounds delicious and sounds yummy, I'm happy to do. But I do think when I was vegetarian, I just simply I wasn't in a place where I was able to think about my meals enough for me to eat a whole well-rounded meal where I was getting all of my sources of everything that I need for my body to function. I was very, very anemic at the time as well. So just like cognitive function and bodily function, it was just not helping me. But if you are vegetarian, no hate, do your thing. I think it's a great option. Absolutely. Also vegan, do what you got to do if that's what you want to do and you don't want to, participate in, the cruelty of how animals are being treated. Absolutely. Props to you. That is amazing and wonderful. And I do know that beans and rice are a complete source of protein and very cheap. So hit that shit. But also now that I, went through the process of being vegetarian and now I do eat meat, I do think about where my meat is coming from. And if I can get my meat from local butchers, or just like local farms as often as I can, I will. Like at the farmer's market, there's always a stand from just like local farms that have fresh meat, fresh cuts of meat, fresh eggs from chickens. And so then I'm not participating in the whole industrial aspect of the cruelty of how we treat animals. But I do love a meat. I do love a steak. I do love a carne asada. I do love a shrimp skewer. I hate to say it. I love me some sushi. I just know who I am and I do enjoy those things. But being aware and being present in your meals and being present in what you're eating is important. But I just don't think that vegetarian lifestyle is for me. I just don't think I could complete those meal qualities that I needed to be able to fuel my body completely. But if something you're thinking about, go for it, girl. Get those greens in. This is funny. Someone said, I love 269. You know what? You and me both, queen. You and me both, queen. That's where you'll really fall in love. Honestly, that is truly where the real love lies. Sure, sex, P&V, whatever, absolutely. But when both of your faces are like as deep as possible as you can get in each other's crotches, like that's real love. Absolutely, absolutely. Okay, if you don't know what to do with your man tonight, 69, that's where it's at. CBD gummy recommendations. Okay, you guys, I have been on a long search for new CBD. As you know, if you're a longtime listener, RIP Paz Packs. I loved Paz Packs. I really did. I loved Paz Packs. They were so good to me. They were so amazing. Their flavors, the quality. I even got to visit their farms. They were just, wow, 10 out of 10. And then they went out of business. Literally heart shattered. So I've been spending actually quite a bit of time trying to find a new CBD brand, and I don't have a partnership with these people. I genuinely just ordered some and have been trying it because my knees have been fucked up from my job from running up and down stairs. So I actually ordered their CBD cream, which is the first time I've ever tried a CBD cream before. Wow. Fantastic, amazing. I think they sell gummies, creams, tinctures, a flower, pre-rolls, anything you could ever possibly imagine, but they're called Plain Jane. I think at Instagram they're like at try Plain Jane, and yeah, their quality control is amazing. I really enjoyed the flavors, and then also I felt like when I was smoking the pre-roll that I got from them, it was very similar to the Paz Packs pre-roll in feeling, in quality, and in the level of calmness and clarity that I was able to gain from it. Because sometimes CBD flower, I feel like it's almost just like you're getting nothing from it. And it does take a lot of work and time and science to get the right kind of CBD flower, to get the right kind of balance in order to obtain a good CBD, I want to say high, but it's really not, calmness, relaxation. And I do think Plain Jane held up to my standards. So if you're looking for a new company to try, check them out. I need to DM them and be like, please, I need a discount code for the girls. So stay tuned. Maybe next episode. What are your fave summer adventures / activities to do for a fulfilling season? I'm just either underwater or outside in nature, and that enough is fulfilling to me. I think we overlook nature way too much, and truly, like, going on a hike, going on a walk in the park, just being outside is the best. Even if it's a walk around your neighborhood, very underrated. Get outside, get under the trees, get in the sunlight. It is necessary right now. And then as the heat is approaching, best believe I am constantly at the river. I am constantly underwater in a pool somewhere. Whoever I'm begging, please let me use your pool, please. I am just in a body of water or in nature, or ideally both. That is how I choose to enjoy my summers and indulge a little bit in the summers. Oh, also, if you're in the Kansas City area and you need a fun little thing to do, I think they do this in other cities as well. But every summer, next to the Nelson Atkins, there's always Shakespeare in the park, where they do a Shakespeare play. They literally hand build the stage outside, okay? And then you go with your picnic blanket and you can watch a Shakespearean play. I think there's probably an admission fee, but it's going to be cheap for sure. Or even just a picnic at the park at the Nelson Atkins Museum. A dream. So fun to do. Highly recommend as a fun little summer activity. As a man, I apologize. It's okay. You're fine. If you're a man listening to this podcast, okay, you are probably seeking betterment, and for that, I applaud you. How can I make the amazing women in my life feel uplifted and loved? Ooh. Think ahead. That's what I would say. Think ahead. I don't think a lot of men, not to generalize, think ahead that often, and women are constantly thinking ahead. And if you can be a woman by thinking ahead before she does, it's sexy. It really is sexy. It really is. It is. It's like, oh my God, he really thought about this. Whether it's like planning a date. She's had a long week. You know, she has this one day off. You know, maybe she has plans. You tell her, cancel your plans or whatever you have going on for the day. I'm doing something with you. You think ahead. You plan a date fully, not it's date night. What do you want to do? No, fuck that shit. Plan a date. Take her out. Maybe tell her ahead of time if she needs to know what to wear. Think it through. Okay? Even little things. Oh, my girl always does the dishes. Let me go ahead and just do them all for her real quick. Oh, she always does the laundry. Let me just go ahead and do them all for her real quick. Oh my God, we're out of shampoo. Let me go get a bottle before she comes home and gets in the shower and realizes we're out of shampoo. Think ahead. Show up for your women in that sort of sense. Because I do think women, especially in relationships, take on a lot of the thinking and living of life. And that is just, it gets so overwhelming and it's so much pressure, especially to put on women if you're in a partnership. So think ahead, show up for them, do the little things. The little things always add up. Like my boyfriend always takes the trash out. I don't have to ask. I don't even have to think about it. If the trash is full, it's gone. Like he is on that shit. And it's just one less thing that I have to think about that really makes my life so much easier. But when it comes to showing them love, even just like buying them flowers, randomly surprising them with flowers. I love you. Here you go. Planning a date, planning an adventure together, buying them lunch, you know, oh, they're at the office, long day, let me send them coffee, let me order them lunch. It really, really is the little things, and it takes a little bit of planning and a little bit of thinking ahead. Opinions on psychics. I saw one and she swears my ex is my soulmate, but I don't know. So as a person who involves themselves quite heavily in the spiritual aspect of the world, whether it's psychics or tarot readings, I am pro going to a psychic, but I don't think all psychics are the same. I think the real psychics that you should listen to are never going to be like, your ex-boyfriend is the one. It's never that simple. You're never able to, like, even with clairvoyancy or being able to like read people's cards, it's never going to be a direct answer in that sort of way where it's like, oh, you know, your ex-boyfriend is the one for you. It's never going to be like that. And if I ever get a reading by someone like that who is giving me direct answers, I know that they're a little fake. I do. I know that they're probably in it for a little bit of cash grab, or they're just guessing and trying to, you know, maybe hit on some heartstrings in order to make it feel real, but it's not real. It isn't. A lot of what psychics do and clairvoyance and spiritualists, a lot of it is just intuitive connectiveness to the person in front of them. You do not have to know somebody or do previous research to have intuitive connectiveness to people. Sometimes you need some tools, whether it's like card reading, you know, angel cards, whatever it may be. But truly, the real deal, the real people can sit in front of you, talk for a little bit, and be able to connect to what you need to hear. I don't think also, big red flag when it comes to psychics is they're never going to really ever tell you like doom things. They'll be like, pay attention to this. This is something you need to keep your eye on, or be aware of these behaviors, be aware of this thought process. But they will never ever like doomify things where it feels very heavy. It feels very negative reading. It feels like you're scared almost. I do think when it comes to psychic readings and any sort of clairvoyancy, it is a very medium ground understanding of good and bad, where they're just delivering you a very baseline, calm, clear, connected reading. At least all the ones that I have gotten that I know are true and real, that's how I feel during them. And that you always come out feeling a little bit better, even if it is quote unquote negative. You always come out being a little bit more aware, feeling better, and ready to move forward. Readings will not have you wanting to stick to the past. They will have you wanting to move forward, to do better, to seek more in your life. This is something I've been thinking about too. I'm like, maybe I just start doing readings because I really do love it. I love connecting with the universe. I love working with tarot and cards, whether it's maybe like intuitive counseling or just psychic readings in general. I think it would be so fun. So fun and also like very fulfilling. I do enjoy helping people in that sort of way. I don't know. Would you get a reading from me? What is your color of the summer? Love you, fairy mama. Love you. This pastel yellow. I've been wearing so much pastel yellow this summer, or yellow in general. I love yellow. My mom, when I was younger, would always be like, don't wear white or yellow. It washes you out. Okay, hater. I love yellow. It's so bright. It's so cheery. It's so fun. This house that I looked at yesterday, the kitchen's fucking crazy. Like, this bitch had to have been tripping acid when she painted her kitchen. I'm not even kidding. And I'm thinking about, okay, well, how would I redo my kitchen? What would I do? And honestly, the kitchen I have now, if you watch any of my cooking videos on Instagram at Hannah Marlene, the pale yellow with the white cabinets, I am obsessed. My kitchen just feels so bright and cheery and inviting. And if I were to repaint this kitchen, I would definitely do it like kind of the same way I have my kitchen set up now, which is pink backsplash tiles, white cabinets, yellow paint on the walls. It really just has a way of brightening up a room. And I think when you wear it, it holds that same manner of just like ray of sunshine walking into the building. It is I want to say aggressive, but that's not the word I think I should be using for yellow. It is a exciting color. Okay, so if you want to turn heads, if you want to, embody all that it is summer, I would be wearing yellow right now for sure. And I think everybody can pull off yellow, definitely. The shades are important, of yellow. Like, I don't think neon yellow is my color, that's for sure. But I do think that yellow looks good on everybody, especially in the summertime. Do you ever feel disconnected from your partner at times? Honestly, I'm going to say yes. And I'm sure someone's going to be like, that's toxic. You shouldn't. Or you should break up with them if you feel disconnected. No. You're going to feel disconnected from everybody at points in times of your life. And I think for me personally, when I feel disconnected, it's because I'm either disconnected from myself or we are lacking quality time together. When I am disconnected from myself, I also feel disconnected from the world around me. And that world around me also includes my partner, the people I love, or friends. And maybe I'm not able to meet them in that middle ground that I need to because I'm unable to meet myself, which is important to recognize. So you're able to kind of like maybe do a little bit of self-care, do a little bit of like self-understanding, come back into yourself so you can be a good partner. And then also I think whenever you feel disconnected from partner, friends, family, whatever it is, you truly are just lacking quality time together in general, where you are able to bond, to connect, and to feel like you are furthering your relationship in that moment in time, whether it's a date, whether it's a, just spending an evening alone together, taking time to have some really bomb sex, whatever it is. It's important to engage in that regularly in order to keep that connection healthy, strong, and flowing in your relationship. Best ways to save money fast: don't eat out. Don't eat out. Do not eat out. Don't eat out. Truly, so much money goes down the fucking drain by eating out. DoorDash, okay? Delete that shit. Going out late night munchies. I have to hit Taco Bell. Those $12 start to add up. Okay, pause. Backtracking for a second. I just said summer. Yellow is the color of the summer, and my mom sent me this screenshot of this man in Italy in a 2-piece bright ass yellow linen set, smoking a cigar in gold yellow shoes. Let me show you the photo if you are an audio listener. Switch to the video portion just for a second. Are you kidding? Like, yes, that man is summer. That man is summer right there. That is the sun embodied. He gets it. He gets it. Going back, saving money. Anything you are doing that is spending money, you can just cut it out. I know you're like, but rent, but utilities, that's not what I'm talking about. Car payment, that's not what I'm talking about. I know that is a bill and it does cost money. Sucks. You got to pay those things. Now, where you don't need to spend money, such as eating out. Cook dinner, save money that way. Make big meals that are going to feed you for days on end. That's how you save money. Beans and rice, great way to save money and delicious. Absolutely. Subscriptions, hidden subscriptions that you have, whether it's like, do I need Hulu? You know what I mean? Things like that. I even sometimes will go through like my app subscription and I'll be like, why the fuck is this app charging me money? I didn't know it charged me money. You know, like that's not something that I knew that I was signing up for. There are things that I know I'm signing up for that cost money, like, you know, Hulu or Netflix. Sure, I'll pay for those. It's something that I use every single day. I subscribe to some people's Patreons. Yes, I enjoy that. That does bring like positivity and fulfillment in my life. But the hidden things, the weird, shady things, like, why am I paying for, you know, this random app that I don't even use that I didn't know was charging me $7 a month? Look for those things. Those things are important to cut out. And I know this is boring, especially during the summer, but staying inside really does keep me from spending money. And if I do anything outside, it's like free or cheap. Going for a hike, going for a walk, going to the river, going to someone's pool, that's free. Going on a picnic in the park, you know, like cheap, easy, free. I'm not really going out anymore, but when I was going out, I would spend upwards of $60, $70 sometimes, even up to $100 if I'm really going crazy on just drinks on a night out. We don't need to be doing that. That's crazy. That's insane. Get a $12 bottle of wine, split it with your friends in the park. You can still live life and kind of be frugal. It's just important to understand like what's important to you, what's worth your money, and what are things that maybe are just like unnecessary. Advice on getting vibrator and no longer feeling excited about sex with men. ... Okay, normal girl occurrence. It really does be like that especially when like men be throwing down mediocre sex and then you realize, oh wow, I've never came with one, but all it takes is this vibrating device to make me come in 30 seconds. Like, wow, it's really that easy and a man can't get it down. It does make you kind of lose hope a little bit, but you know what? If you love the vibrator, you can always include the vibrator in sex as well. Men should not view toys as competitors, but instead, sir, that's your shield going into battle. That is your sword going into battle. Use it wisely. I do think every woman should own a vibrator. It does help with just like the urges. You know, fun, self-pleasure is important. Now, I do want to give the warning that too much vibrator usage can literally like numb down the nerves there. So be careful. Do not be using it 10 plus times a day. I mean, maybe like the first day you use it, go wild, go crazy. But like, you know, there's cons and effects to everything. So just be careful. Take care of yourself. But yeah, enjoy your time. I remember when I got my first vibrator, I was in high school and my friend had turned 18 before everybody else. So a senior year of high school. And for Christmas, she bought us all like little bullet vibrators. She was Vibrator Santa. My life was changed forever. I do think that also emphasized me not wanting to lose my virginity because I was like, bitch, why the fuck would I even worry about losing my virginity at this point when I literally have a vibrator now? Like, who needs sex with men? I can just get off on my own and have a great time. But that little bullet vibrator, once I turned 18, then turned into like a wand. And then, oh my God, vibrator technology right now is out of this world. The rose toy, the suction of it all, like, be careful, okay? Please be careful with the nerves down there. But girl, go out there, get yourself a toy, have some fun. I do think it's important for women to engage in self-pleasure, to know what they like, to know what feels good. And if we're being fucking honest, a very small percentage of women can come from something being inside them, okay? So you might as well have something to help you on the outside. God, I need that Adam and Eve sponsorship. I really do. I've been meaning to reach out. I just can't find their PR team. Adam and Eve, if you're hearing my call, please. The girls are in desperate need of vibrators and I would love to get them a discount code. Come on now. But yeah, it really be like that. If you're satisfied with yourself, you're less likely to go outside of yourself seeking satisfaction, you know? So if you're getting everything you need, like sexually from you, yeah, why involve a mediocre man? But I will say, sex with a great man plus a vibrator, mind, life, experience blown out of the water. Great time. Oh my God. My man of 3 years came to me about a porn addiction and he's in therapy. Help. Do I stay or go? Oh my God. Oh my God. You know what? I will give him his props that instead of just suffering, he is seeking help and in therapy and was able to tell you about it. So I do think a lot of men who have these negative tendencies and addiction to sex just kind of continue doing it and kind of put everybody aside and ruin relationships, and it's just like a lifelong problem. So anybody who is getting help with anything, I will give them their flowers, because that is not an easy task to do. But also valid of you for being like, well, do I stay in this relationship? I would say if it's something you didn't know was happening before and you are currently happy in your relationship, then maybe you can stay. I mean, he's seeking help, so the relationship is only going to get better. And if you were having a great time before, if it wasn't affecting you and it wasn't like a big issue in your relationship, it's just like you know about it now, then yeah, I don't think there's any reason to like leave him, unless he was like involving himself in infidelity in any sort of way, like cheating on you. I also understand how your perception of him can change. So if your perception is completely changed of him because he's like watching porn, then I also understand that maybe that would be a reason you leave. But if your perception is still the same, your perception hasn't changed, it's just kind of like, what? That's weird. And the relationship before was good, I think you can stay. But if the relationship before it was like, I knew this was happening, he just wouldn't admit to it, this has been a problem all of these years, blah, blah, blah. I mean, I guess you can stay and see how it goes, like maybe give it some time. But truly, I think sometimes with relationships, there's like non-negotiables, especially for women, where it's like, I need that commitment. I really need that commitment. And you feel like he's unable to give it to you. Then I do think that's a valid reason to leave. But wow. That's crazy. If my man right now came to me, I'm thinking about it. If my man right now came to me and was like, listen, I have to go to therapy for sex addiction and for my porn addiction, but like our relationship has been good, I definitely would be like, I'm going to look at you a little bit different. But also, like, if you physically didn't cheat on me, if you emotionally haven't cheated on me, and you're seeking help, like, I guess whatever. Let me give it some time. Let me see how I feel. And if it's something that I just can't overlook, then I'd leave. But it is something that maybe I would like wait out and be like, let's see how this goes. Unless he's a big old freak and it's been a problem since the beginning, then girl, cut your losses and maybe get out of there. I feel evil. What do I do? Sometimes when I feel evil, the best thing to really do is, I know it's kind of the opposite of what you think, because when you feel like a bad person, you do want to engage in shame. But when I feel like a bad person, maybe it's because I just need a little bit of love. What I would do, here's a ritual for you. Get a juicy mango. They're in season right now and they're so fucking good. Maybe a clementine, maybe some strawberries, something juicy, a juicy fruit. And I want you to get in the shower and turn the shower on hot and devour this fruit. Let it drip down your hands. Let it drip down your mouth. You're in the shower, so you don't have to think about the mess. But engage in your humanness and pleasure for a second and understand that we all make mistakes. You are not born inherently evil. Maybe you feel that way, but hopefully engaging in a little bit of pleasure, indulgence, and humanness will bring you back to that level of just like neutrality, which is being a human. Humans are going to ebb and flow in emotional states of positive, negative, you know, but you don't always have to let those things stick. You don't always have to let the negative stick to you. You don't have to be an evil person. maybe you were in the past, or you made a mistake, or you don't like who you are, but that doesn't inherently make you evil. And I do think to get out of that mindset, you do need to engage in some human qualities and some humanness. And the most animal instinct primal thing to do, is to literally just devour some fruit. Indulge in that pleasure. You're in the showers, you can shower it off, throw away the fruit. It's a weird ritual, but I've done it a couple times, and it really does bring me back down to that baseline of, okay, I'm me. I'm just a human. Okay. I'm not an evil individual. And now I can move forward, hopefully, into some positivity. Just got out of the psych ward on Friday. How do I go back to normal? You know what? Flowers to you because you did that thing. Proud of you, period, for seeking help. There is no normal. There's no normal. What's going to make you feel more insane, especially for me getting out of the psych ward, is like, I just went through something extremely traumatic, and then I had to go back to school and go back to class and pretend like nothing happened. That, I feel like, kind of set back my healing in a sort of way, whereas I should have in that moment just accepted that nothing's ever normal, and especially not the societal normal. That's like some weird fucked up facade. But I do know what is normal for me, and your normal right now is your healing journey, okay? It's a little bit of a different journey than everybody else might be on, but that is your new normal, and that's what you need to be paying attention to. Not how do I pretend like this never happened and how do I go back into society. No. I mean, sure, you got to function, you got to work, you got to go to school, whatever it may be, but also let's look at the full picture here and understand that you're on a journey and you're in the middle of the journey. You're still going. So be patient with yourself. Nothing's going to be right back to normal. Nothing's going to go back to being exactly how it was. But also that's okay. Because you did what was good for you. You did what was best for you. You sought help. You are healing. You are doing better. You're trying to do better at least. And that's all that really matters, not this normal thing. Also, who likes normal? Normal is boring. Who wants to be normal? It's like the SpongeBob episode where it's like the normal SpongeBob where he's like rounded out. And it's like, that's a little weird. It's a little weird, cookie cutter fake. Like, we're all a little weird and fucked up and a little evil sometimes and sad or mad or happy or... You know, we all go through those things. We all go through trials and tribulations. There is honestly no normal, but what is your normal is important, which is what you're going through, this journey that you're going on, this healing process. So that's what you should be focusing on and setting your sights on. And it's okay also, especially after coming out of a place like that, to be focused on yourself, to get a little selfish in that sort of aspect where it's like, I need to take care of myself. I need to make sure that I'm continuing on this journey, that I don't, fall behind, that I'm continuing therapy, continuing my medications if you're on it, doing those self check-ins, engaging in positive self-behavior so then I can get to a better place. Fuck normal. Normal's boring. I mean, there is normal, but there are people out there that are normal, that go through the societal flow state of things. But I do think, especially a lot of people who probably listen to this podcast, listen to me because I kind of escaped the normalcy of life. And although it was a major challenge, and that's why I do this podcast, so maybe you don't have to face the same challenges I did, but hopefully I can give you a dose of just inspiration to follow your gut, to follow whatever journey you're on, even if it's like different from what other people are going through. That doesn't negate the importance of what you are experiencing and the life that you are meant to be living. Everybody's life is going to be different. Everybody's journey is going to be different. Even the most normal person you could think of, maybe 50 years in the future, they go through something crazy that is outside of the ordinary. Everybody's going to have that moment. There is no specific life setup, life plan that you are going to live. It's going to be a little weird and a little awkward. That's just how life is, but also that's the beauty of it all. It's kind of boring when it's like, I do this thing and then I move on to this thing and I know what's happening next. The exciting part of life is what you create for yourself and those random side quests you take and the healing journeys you go on and the dreams that you aspire for and the stars that you shoot for despite everybody else telling you that it's not worth your time. That's what makes life interesting. That's what makes people interesting. That's what makes, those amazing stories that you hear by the campfire, those novels that you read in class, unordinary lives. It's brave, it's inspiring, and everybody's journey is important no matter where you are. Even if you are currently living an ordinary life, it is important. You're meant to be there for a reason, and it is going to get you to a place that is going to bring you just so much prosperity. Honestly, back to the abundance, Trust in yourself, believe in yourself, feed into yourself. I hate this kind of selfishness aspect. Sure, don't put other people aside and just wave them off as if they're nothing. Other people are important, but also we are probably the most important people in our lives. How we live is completely up to us. How we feel about ourselves, the world we aspire to bring around us, the people we bring around us, the journeys we take, the side quests we take, the day-to-day life we live. It is kind of all up to us, but I do find peace in that, and knowing that you can always work on your relationship with yourself. You can have a good relationship with yourself. And through that peace in your mind and in yourself, your relationship with yourself, so much abundance will flow your way. So much calmness, clarity will flow your way. Intuition will flow your way. It is kind of the hack to life. A lot of manifestation, a lot of abundance is truly just found in yourself. How beautiful is that? How wonderful is that we are born with that. We are born with ourselves. We are born with this key to life, self-trust, self-motivation, self-love. Oh my God, hippie Hannah is jumping out. It sounds like I just took like 8 grams of mushrooms and hopped on this podcast. That's in my past. But with that being said, everybody wish manifestations on me. I'm very excited. I feel so much positivity in my life, and I feel like all of my wishes and my dreams are coming true, which is just like so amazing and so incredible. And I'm really trying to calm and focus and show appreciation to the world around me, the universe around me, and to myself, especially when you achieve hard things. Bitch, you did that. Show yourself a little bit of love today. Get outside if you can. Go on a walk. Enjoy life. Have some freak nasty sex with yourself, with other people. I don't care. Indulge in pleasure. Indulge in humanness. Show up for your community. Stand up when you need to, through fear, through desire, through understanding. Everything is working out exactly how it should be for you. All of your dreams and desires are heading your way. All you got to do is trust in yourself, trust in the universe around you, and take one step forward at a time. But with that being said, happy Tuesday. I love you all so much. If you want to see more from me, I answer every single one of your questions on Patreon, patreon.com/smoke-shotty. Also on Patreon, when I do vlogs, they will be up a couple days earlier for the Patreon people. So if you want to see early release of vlogs, they will be there. If not, they will be on YouTube, which once I make my vlog channel, follow the Instagram, it'll be posted there. And also I'll probably just tease it next week. So stay tuned, stay sane, stay sexy, and I'll see you all so soon. Mwah.